All right, good evening. This is Pam Petchke, Vice Chair of the School Committee. I'm calling this meeting to order at 6:02 p.m. And this meeting of the South McCollum Granville Regional School Committee is being audio recorded. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so warrants are going around. If you have not yet signed, please grab those. And Superintendent Willard, do we have any correspondence this evening?
We don't, but I do need to add something to the consent agenda.
Okay.
I just need to open 2 school choice kindergarten seats. We don't have anybody on the waiting list, and we have 2 students who are currently here and they have moved, and so it will not impact any class size.
Oh, yeah, and we need to cycle back to that. So the consent agenda is in your packets. Does anybody have any questions on that before? I think it's, yeah, before we vote on that later today? Seeing none, that takes us to our student advisory report. Take it away, Josh.
All right. This past week was filled with events led by our very own SRS Student Council. We had 3 weekdays like Grout Day, Adam Sandler Day, Sweater Weather, and Lumberjack Day. We also had a wonderful pep rally termed Fall Games, where we played games such as apple bobbing, hay bale tossing, and obstacle courses. We also recognize our fall athletes. Today, boys soccer will play at Mount Greylock, the MIAA state tournament preliminary round. Girls soccer will play the winner of Lacona. Lacona, wow. And Sturgis at 6 p.m. Wally Park on Wednesday. Homecoming is this Saturday, 8th and 10th graders. Some of our clubs took part in the trunk or treat this year at Walt. Veterans Day is on the 11th of November, and that will be honoring students and staff who have family members and friends that were in the military. The SRS family received the great news that Mr. Kennedy will start as our new SRS assistant principal on November 17th, and students began their new term today. So that's 1 down for you guys. Yeah.
2.5, right?
For me, not for them. Finally.
Thank you. So we originally had 2 educational presentations scheduled for this evening, but those have been moved to December. So we do not have any educational presentations for this evening. So that takes us to reports. Superintendent Willard.
I do not have any reports right now besides Chris Kennedy was announced as the new assistant principal. And they've been actively interviewing science teachers, and we may possibly have at least 1 that we know of. We're still trying to finalize that. So we know that's a concern for parents.
So yeah, so a communication went out saying that he would not be moved into that role until 2 science teachers were hired.
We thought we had to.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right. So we're still working on that one.
We are still working.
Mr. Bernier?
I don't have much. First thing is our EMD has been certified. I sent all of you an email last week when I got the notification from the Department of Revenue. The amount was $936,724, I believe, which is a little bit less than we certified last year, but not bad. I mean, it's higher than some previous years. I mean, it's, it's up and down. I mean, it depends. I mean, some years you use more school choice funding to go against your operating budget. Some years you use more EMD money to go against your operating budget. So I was pretty happy with that, especially with the rapidity with which it was certified. I mean, it wasn't certified till January. last year. I mean, I like got the email like 2 weeks before I started working here.
Right.
I submitted it 2 weeks ago. I submitted it on the 22nd of October, I think, and there's a little bit of back and forth. The rep had a couple of questions that I figured he would. And once we got everything straightened out, I mean, they were quick. Which means I probably got mine in before a lot of districts because you know, they probably get bombarded at some point and they just slow. So I'm happy about that because I mean, the earlier you get it certified, you know, the earlier you know what number you're working with for next year. But also, I mean, not that this doesn't happen, but if we had some sort of emergency cost that we needed to handle this year, like we have that there. You know, because before it's certified, even though you have a fund balance, it's zero
You
in
can't.
PORs, yeah, so as of July 1st, so earlier the better. Next is I signed the contract to do the boiler design for
Oh, okay, good.
Woodland and the study for the regional school. You know, the pricing came in pretty comparable to what I mentioned last meeting. So they're now, you know, whatever, they've got a couple more documents they gotta come up with, but they're gonna schedule a site visit so they can, you know, look around and start doing work.
And is it pretty close to what we anticipated in advance?
Yeah, I mean, the amount we're gonna borrow is, yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay,
I'm not worried about that. The borrowing should be able to be done on December 8th. Which would be 62 days after the amended warrant article is sent. It's a 60-day thing, but 60 days is Saturday, so we'll go with Monday. So in the meantime, any invoices we happen to get from Habib and Associates, we'll just pay out of the operating budget and we'll repay ourselves after the fact. There really shouldn't be much, I would think. The only other thing I have is we've been having an issue with the air conditioning / heating unit at the regional school that does the main office and nurse's office and guidance suite. We believe a power outage, a power surge, you know, as a result of an outage caused the unit to be damaged. A vendor has replaced a couple parts, but when they replace one part, they then find out something else is wrong. So we're in the process of looking into doing an insurance claim.
okay,
Because we believe a power outage caused that. The unit's only 10 years old.
Right.
right.
You know, right now, the compressor is shot, so I mean, compressor shot, the unit's shot for the most part, so you know, we have an adjuster coming tomorrow. To come look at the unit and see if we can get that covered by insurance. In the meanwhile, we purchased some space heaters for the areas because it is getting cold. You know, for staff in there, it's, you know, it's not like it's the beginning of May where, you know, the first hour of the day might be cold and then it warms up and it's okay. I mean, it's just gonna get colder from here. So we had to buy some space heaters for the staff in the meantime, because I mean, if insurance does cover it, then, you know, we gotta wait for a vendor to be able to come in.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah, so, well, it's not gonna be a 2-day thing, so we wanted to make sure they were taken care of. That's all I.
All right, well, I'm happy to see public comment moved in
Yes,
our
thank you.
agenda. So it is,
Clerical Willard.
it is exactly, it is now time for public comment, although seeing no one in the audience. I don't know that we have any public comment this evening. But if there was anybody here, they'd be happy to know that it could be done within 10 minutes of the start of our meeting.
Right.
So that takes us on to policies. And you all received a policy in your packet regarding voc tech education. This is a longstanding policy that the district has had and revised many times. And the only change is a change in the date.
Yes.
In which students need to make a determination, is that correct? Or need to
Apply.
apply?
Mhm. That was
Okay.
it.
For this to March.
I switched April to March.
And so any student, regardless of which vocational school they are going to must apply no later than March first.
Correct.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments about this policy?
How does that information get disseminated?
The regional school will do that. It's all part of that policy that we passed last week, the middle school exploration.
So they'll get made aware of that early.
So I just need to make the committee aware that as representative from Granville, who as a town sends a large portion of their students to vocational schools and who for multiple different reasons often prefers to send their students to out of district. I, as a school committee member, have received numerous questions from my constituents about this particular policy. Since we have changed the funding procedure to be in compliance with the state law, now that the towns pay the expense of the out of district tuition, there are quite a few folks who have asked, well, wait a minute, then why do I still need the superintendent's permission to go to an out of district school, and why can I only go if that school offers a program that's not offered at CTEC? And you know, I think Superintendent Willard has received similar questions. And our answer has pretty much always been, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's school committee policy. And I guess my question is, does it need to be school committee policy? And you know, should we, now that we've revised the way we pay for out of district vocational tuition, does this policy need revising? And I don't have an answer to those questions, but I think that it's something that policy sub should take a look at with some advice from both legal counsel and Mask. And I would be curious to look at the policies that other districts and other regional districts have regarding this issue as well. So I'm going to request that policy sub take a look at it. But in the meantime, it's just super important that we revise this with the revised date.
And that's all that we change.
Yes. Am I missing anything there? Yes, we're done. All right. Okay. So we are now on to our action items.
Okay, move to approve consent agenda with the addition of two school choice seats, two school choice seats in kindergarten, recommended.
So moved.
Second.
Now, because we have Judy on the phone, I need to do a roll call vote. Ryan?
Yeah.
Russ?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Melissa?
Yes.
What you? I'm like, what is this? Like, I can't even read whatever word that is. So Jen, yes.
Yeah.
And me, yes.
It passes 6-0-0.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, motion passes 6-0. Thank you.
Move to approve waiving of the second and third reading of policy IHAI-1, vocational technical education, recommended.
So moved.
Second.
All right, all those in favor, Ryan?
Yeah.
Russ?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Melissa?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
And myself, yes. So that motion passes 6-0-0.
Move to approve policy IHAI-1, vocational technical education, recommended.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, Ryan?
Yes.
Russ?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Melissa?
Yes.
Jen? Myself, yes. Motion passes 6-0-0.
Move to approve site strategic plan for Woodland School, Powder Mill School, and Southwick Regional School, recommended.
So moved.
Second.
And if you guys remember, that's what the educational presentation was all about last time around. Ryan?
Yes.
Russ?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Melissa?
Yes.
Jen?
Yeah.
And myself, yes, motion passes 6-0-0. All All right, that takes us to subcommittees and liaison. I'm gonna be the record tonight. Do we have any negotiations updates?
I don't believe so. We're waiting. Waiting for a response.
Okay. Finance, I believe you have an upcoming meeting.
Well, we were gonna have one tomorrow morning.
But there's a question of might be a lack of. That we might have to.
Okay, what do you need to have a quorum?
Maybe 2 out of the 3.
Because we do have Jen and then Judy as an alternate, so I don't know if you.
I don't think.
Or you're just better off.
Rob isn't here. I mean, it's time of year where it's not an emergency.
Got it, so you're better off.
I will send you all an update tomorrow on the stuff you'd asked me to, research / follow up on at the last meeting, like the unspent capital funds and there's a question about whether towns were held harmless for their chapter 70 funding because they're now paying for the vocational tuition.
Right.
I looked into that and received 2 different answers, so I'm sure what to go with, I'll explain them to the best of my knowledge. So I can do that tomorrow, in lieu of having a meeting. Before we move on though, I did have one more thing I forgot to mention during my business report. That was related to E&D. Every year when they certify your E&D, if you have any accounts in deficit, not like individual accounts, like we overspent Superintendent Willard's salary line by 25 cents.
I don't think we're gonna use that as an example.
Whatever, but. If we have like a fund deficit, like they shave that off of your certified amount. Right?
Oh, okay,
And so when I walked in last year, what our fund balance was and what was certified were 2 different numbers. At the beginning, I'm like, I didn't know because I was brand new. But then as I started to like dissect and dig a little bit, I was like, okay. So as I was going through the E&D this year, I found that a lot of that stuff is still in deficit. Some of it was grant revenue we hadn't received yet. And then when you receive the revenue, you essentially paying yourself back. But there's a few capital funds from like years past that are in deficit for whatever reason. Maybe a project cost more than anticipated or something. I will probably maybe the December meeting. Bring some transfer requests to the committee so we can cover those, so they will just be gone and they won't get shaved off of E&D each year, because some of them have been there for years. I mean, some of them are really tiny amounts, like $200 from 2012, and it's been there every year. We might as well clean it up. Grants, we were almost perfect this year because the drawdowns were all done, but there's one capital account that's like 15 grand in deficit from, I think it's FY21. And it's just gonna sit there and take money off E&D every year unless we do something about it. I looked in the past and nothing ever seemed to have been done about it. So I was like, so I asked some regional business managers. I actually asked our external auditor. I was like, what would you do with this? Because I met with them and they're like, yeah, you should probably just do some transfers and clean them up. I'm like, all right. So I just wanted to let the community know that probably in December, I'll bring that to you. So that way, next year, there shouldn't be much shaved off at all. Okay, sorry, to take it more time.
No, you're good.
Forgot.
Thank you, much appreciated. Okay, LPVEC Collaborative, so Melissa, back to you, any updates?
They're having a blood drive on November 11th, Veterans Day. There, they sent a flyer out.
I think they need 16 people, 15 people sign up in order to have it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I got a message from Executive Director Morton today.
Yeah.
November 11th from 10 to 2. Please email blooddrive@LPVAC. Unless we have 16 people signed up for appointments to donate, this event will be canceled. So,
Is it run by the students? Like I know.
probably our health advisory, I would assume.
I got you, yeah.
But it's, if you are willing and able to donate blood for Charles R. Drew Veterans Day Blood Drive. So it's a Veterans Day blood drive. in the gymnasium at LPVAC from 10 to 2.
Good cause. LPVEC Corporation, Judy, anything?
No, there's not been a meeting since.
Okay, thank you. Policy sub, I believe our next meeting is
17th.
on the 17th, okay. And Jen, do you think that we can get information on this for that meeting or, okay, perfect. Buildings and grounds, Mr. Fox, any updates on that?
We had one meeting so far. if I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, I believe we reported on it.
Last
after
week.
the
Last
last
meeting.
meeting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's already been updated. ILT hasn't started yet. When's our first meeting?
I think I told
November.
Aaron, she had said the tenth, but we don't have school the tenth.
That's right. That's
So I
right.
don't-
That's right. Aaron was gonna get back to
Aaron
us then.
was-
Yes, yeah. Wellness,
Our first meeting, the 18th.
okay. Nothing for technology. Capital committee, Mr. Fox?
We are getting ready for January.
All
I
right.
mean, we are-
Just around the corner.
Right.
We are ready. We will be ready.
And then I think that's it. So any old business? Any new business?
Old business.
Oh, okay, go back. Old
Did
business.
we progressed anything on signage or let people know how to get into the meeting, lights on, doors open?
The door is definitely open.
Okay,
Um,
so we tell people to park
into that
here,
door, yeah.
come to this door, come in, the light will come on. Is there any way of keeping that light on all the time?
That's on. Like
Time
motion.
It's on motion.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I mean, it should turn on when the door opens.
I mean, the good news is you can see the lights on when you're
Yeah.
approaching from
Now
inside
that it's
here.
dark, so-
Okay. Thank you.
New business, I guess, next meeting to be determined based on what Rob wants to do.
yeah,
Okay, so check your email regarding the next scheduled school committee meeting. We may not need that meeting depending on what's going on. You know, is that Mr. Fox? Or no, Mr. Steve, I think. Yeah,
I'm an Indian.
all right, so the meeting is adjourned at.
No, we have to, don't we have to vote to end the meeting?
Do I have to vote, take a vote to end it? All right, that needs to be in my notes. All right, oh, it is in my notes. I just wasn't paying attention. All right, so we need to have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Oh,
Second,
All right, so again, roll call vote. Ryan,
yes.
Russ,
yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Melissa.
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
myself, I think I made the deadline. I think I got the record.
Good job.
This meeting is adjourned at 6:25.
24.
6:24.
You're right.
6:24.
Was that the record?
I think that
It
was.
is.
I think that's a right.